All right, Avery and Joel got a super fun set of wines for you here for your Vine Archive subscription. Doing a trio of Chardonnay. These are all from California, and they've got some age on them. Looking at 2006 La Crema, Sonoma Coast, 2009 Kesner from Mendocino, which is just north of there, and then 2011 Napa Valley by Merryvale. It's their Silhouette. And, you know, these kind of go in ascending order of fanciness, you could say. With the Silhouette being something that you would hopefully compare to the Oregon wine that you had, the Domaine Serene. So we'll see kind of what your thoughts are there, but really a nice comparison to see how age affects white wines and develops their fruit and non-fruit aromas. Next is a trio of sake. So jumping from a Chardonnay comparative to some different sake styles. And I love that sake, basically, they always have a different bottle that they come in. Unlike the Chardonnay, which is very, typical and homogeneous burgundy shape of some sort. The sakes always have their own label and bottle with plenty of complicated text to keep the learning going. So the Born is the brand. Muroka Namagenshu. Muroka means non-charcoal filtered. Nama is unpasteurized, and Genshu is undiluted. So it's basically full strength, kind of like a 0.0 natural wine that has less stabilizing elements in the production. This is a little bit more of a pure production. Junmai is no brewer's alcohol added, and then Daiginjo means at least half of the rice is polished away. So lots of technical goodies to keep your studies going. And of course, this is from Mutual Trading Company, a great sake importer. Next is Kikusui, and they're a brand that's been around a long time, and they make a bunch of different expressions. But this is a Nigori, and I'm just going to take the liberty in showing you how Nigori works. So it's not necessarily that it's unfiltered, but it's sort of cloudy. And what happens oftentimes is this is called kasu at the bottom. It's a rice starch from the production process. And that is oftentimes added back in at the end of the production in a very prescribed dose. So it's maybe based on a traditional technique of unfiltering, but just like a snow globe, we shake this up and that's how it's supposed to be served, as a cloudy beverage. And that's the Nigori style. And these often have a little bit lower SMV, which means that they're a little bit more sweet. So you can see on this indices on the back, it has high sweetness, high body, high fragrance. The booze is kind of up there for sake, 21%. So, there's a lot of flavor going on here. It does say unfiltered on the back, which is cool. So that is your Nigori. And then a sparkling sake, Ninki-Ichi. And this is bottle fermented, apparently. So in this itty bitty bottle, I think there's a touch of sake lees that you might want to mix up before serving there. And typically the sparkling sakes have a little bit elevated sugar or sweetness in them as well. And the sweetness is measured by SMV, the sake meter value, which means that higher is drier. So like a +5 is going to be a drier sake, and a -10 is going to be sweeter. This doesn't say the SMV on the back, and typically it doesn't. But if you look at maybe the importer's website, it might say. And then finally, on the sweetness paradigm here, this is a sec style champagne by Lelarge-Pugeot. C'est sucré, it's sweet. So this is going to be 28 grams per liter dosage, which puts it in the sec category. And of course, we know the scale of champagne starts with Brut Nature at no dosage. Extra Brut can be 0 to 6. Brut is 0 to 12. And then extra dry is 12 to 17 grams per liter sugar. Sec, I guess meaning dry, means 17 to 32 grams per liter. So that's what we have here. And then above sec is demi-sec, is 32 to 50 grams. And then doux is over 50 grams of sugar. You don't see doux champagne that often. But we love Lelarge-Pugeot, a great grower, and they make champagne in many different styles. But this is one of their newer labels, and it's super delicious. So there you have it. Enjoy.